give a little bit more information on Whiteflat. So that's where we are today. So the school here is one of like 2 buildings that are left. The school is obviously it's in pretty rough shape. It was 2 stories at one point. So this school actually dates back to the 1920s. And at that time, it actually had a cotton gin and post office. And according to the Handbook of Texas, early families' last names included Tilsons, Bloodworths, Wilkinsons, Morrises, and Kimbells. According to Texas Escapes, the population was a mere 50 in the late 1940s. The biggest contributor city-wise was Matador, which is down the road just a little bit. 1980, the population was down to 20. And the last highway map, Texas highway map that includes Whiteflat, Whiteflat, was the map of 2000 that shows an estimated population of only 3 people. So on to the stories. So what they say on Texas Escapes, the school actually hired local boys. This was back in 1918 to 1925. So the school hired some local boys to drive to the surrounding farms in a covered wagon to bring the children to school. So can you imagine getting in like I imagine like an Oregon Trail wagon, like school bus. It's kind of funny. Not like making fun of them, but it's kind of interesting that'd been kind of interesting to go to school in. That just tells you how small the population was here in Whiteflat during those times. The school did not have a storm shelter. Instead, there was a large ditch next to the building. If a tornado was sighted, the students and teachers would lie down in the ditch. So I actually read all this before I decided to go onto the property, and I did see one ditch. I don't know if it's something that's been dug since the 1920s. That's 100 years, so there's no way to know if that's the ditch. But this is the picture I took as I was walking around. It looks pretty overgrown, so it has a possibility, but I'm not for sure. And 3, airplanes were extremely rare in this region at the time. One day, an airplane flew over the school, and the teachers allowed all the students to run outside and see it. And this was all by Thomas Maddox, September 23rd, 2006. So credit to him for these 3 stories from his grandfather, William W. Pierce. It's just interesting because nowadays you think like seeing airplanes, it's cool, but it's not something you see once in your lifetime kind of thing. And for that, it's pretty amazing that this place is so rural back in the 20s that was such a less common occurrence. But things have changed quite a bit. Texas Escapes also says that there was what they say, a Methodist church in the area. It doesn't say where, it just says near the school. And they also say that there was a parish for that church. In 2006, someone did take a picture of a gray building west of it down the dirt road that I'm currently parked on, and there is nothing left. As of April 10th, 2021, there is nothing but the school and a single house left, and the house does have people at it. There is another house behind me across the main road that goes through town. That house looks to be abandoned. I do not see any driveway to get to the house, but yes, so the parish, the Methodist church, everything is gone except for the school. And as you can tell, this school was in pretty rough condition. And with that said, I really appreciate everyone watching today, and just like last time, or all the previous times, Issa out.